Hello, students. Today we'll read the poem Because I Could Not Stop for Death by Emily Dickinson. So let's start the poem. Because I could not stop for death, he kindly stopped for me. The carriage held but just ourselves and immortality. Here, in the first line, the poet writes that because I could not stop for death, this means that I didn't stop my work for the death. I had no choice to choose death for myself. Death always comes naturally to the human being. So I was not able to stop for the death because I was not able to do so, because I had no choice to go for death. I didn't stop my work so that death can come to me. So all because of this, he kindly stopped for me. Here death is mentioned as a he. So here death is considered as a human being. Death is a something very abstract. So here it is considered as a human being. So it is a personification. The here in the whole poem, the poet has personified the death. He kindly stopped for me. Because I didn't stop for death, so death came to me and stopped for me. The carriage held but ourselves and immortality. The carriage means जो रथ है, जो डेथ है वो अपने एक रथ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ आई है एंड और उसने कैरियज ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿਹਨੂੰ ਬਿਠਾਇਆ ਹੈ, द स्पीकर, एंड स्पीकर ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ कैरियज ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਿਠਾਇਆ. That's why the word just ourselves is used here. Ourselves means two persons. So here the poet is talking about the death, and here the poet is talking about herself and the death. And here it has used the hyphen. So third line is connected with the fourth line, and it has used and immortality. It is very important line. Here immortality means mortal means when जो नाशवान है, जो मर सकता है, that's mortal. Immortal means जो कदे भी मर नहीं सकता. So here according to poet, death is not an end. It brings immortality. It is the beginning of a new life which is never going to end. So in this whole first paragraph, the speaker has introduced the death to us. And she has written that because I could not stop for death, I had no choice for the death, I didn't left my work to choose the death, so the death kindly stopped for me. Death came to me very naturally and stopped for me, and it has the death took the speaker on the carriage, and with the speaker and the death, immortality is also going with them. So death does not mean end. Death means the beginning of a new life. We slowly drove, he knew no haste. In the second paragraph, let's see what the poet is telling us. The poet says, we slowly drove, he knew no haste. Haste means kali karna, jaldi karna. And he's saying that when we started the journey, when death took away me with himself, in that journey we was slowly moving. He knew no haste. Koi jaldi de vich nahi si death. And I had put away my labor, my leisure too, for his civility. The speaker is saying, I had put away means I have left my work, my labor. I have left away all my works and my leisure. Leisure means free time also, for his civility. What does word civility means? Civility means very polite behavior, full of manners, full of politeness. That's the civility. So here in second paragraph, the poet is trying to tell us that death is not something fearful. Death is not something very horror. Death is a beautiful journey on which when death came to me, I slowly and slowly move with the death. And for death, because it was so polite, it was so kind, it was so civil, that I left my all works, my leisure time, my free time. I left all the works for the death because it was a civil. Let's see what the poet writes in the third paragraph. Be past the school where the children strove, at the recess in the ring, be past the fields of gazing grain, be past the setting sun. The poet is saying, then when we started the journey, when we started the journey in the carriage, be past the school where children strove. So, childhood is the first stage of the human life. So, here in this paragraph, the poet is mentioning the stages of life through which after passing all the stages of life from childhood, then young age, then old age, the final destination of every human being is death. At the end, ਸਾਰੀਆਂ stages complete ਕਰਨ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ death will come naturally to the human being. So that's why the poet ਕਿੱਥੋਂ start ਹੋਏ ਸੀ journey school ਤੋਂ childhood ਤੋਂ start ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ human being ਦੀ ਔਰ ਖਤਮ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ at the death. So that's why the poet is saying we pass the school where children strove at the recess in the ring. Ring is made, ring किस form ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ circular form ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ. Here use of word ring shows the circles of human life. ਅਸੀਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ stages ਨੂੰ complete ਪਾਰ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਕ circle ਬਣ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ. And we begin from childhood, we go to the death, it completes the circle start birth ਤੋਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ, childhood ਤੋਂ start ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ and ਖਤਮ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਹੁੰਦਾ circle at the death. That's why it has used the word ring. Where children strove word the key meaning hunda to try, to make a effort. So here why the word strove is used by the poet. Strove means that everybody is putting effort, but these efforts are of no use. Everybody is going to die in the end. So it is the fate of every human being. Be past the fields of gazing grain, be past the setting sun. Here the next thing that the poet is mentioning here is the fields of gazing grain. Gazing grain means the grains which are ripened. So we pass the fields of the ripened grains. So when we grow the we grow the crops and then crops are harvested in the end. So this is how the same thing happens with the life. We जिस तरह seed है वो उगाने then it becomes a crops and then the harvesting. Similarly, a human being is born, he grows in life and in the end he faces the death. It is mentioning to that thing, we pass the setting sun. The sun has set now and with the setting of the sun, the day has come to the end. So here with the coming of the death, the life has come to an end. Here the poet is mentioning all these things because poet has gone to the memory lane. वो अपनी ना पुरानियां गल्लां उन्हां नूं याद आ रहीआं आ किस तरह उन्हां ने बचपन अपना बिताया and then किस तरह रोज़ सूरज नूं राइज करदे होए सूरज नूं सन सेट करदे होए देखदे हुंदे सी and she used to see the grains. So all these things will no more be part of her life. Everything has come to an end with the sun set. Let's see what the poet writes in the next paragraph. Or rather, he passed us. Here in the last stanza, we finish the passage at be past the setting sun. Then the poet has used the hyphen. or rather he passed us. Next line is related with the last line. We passed the setting sun. The poet is saying we in that journey when we started the journey, we passed the school, we passed the grazing greens, we passed the setting sun. And then she mentioned in the next paragraph, or rather he passed us. Maybe here he is the sun. Maybe we didn't pass the sun. The sun has passed us, because because we see every day the sun goes below the horizon. एक horizon तो सानू लग रहा है कि sun नीचे जा रहा है, and with that there comes the darkness. So there maybe the poet is mentioning maybe the sun has passed us. उस दिन नाल की होया when the sun has set, उस दिन नाल की होया कि there comes the darkness. Okay, to throw us from daylight to the darkness, जो sun है उस that passed us. The dew quivering and chill. So with the sunset there comes the dew. Dew ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ? ਓਨਸ ਪੈਣੀ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਸਰਦੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਾਤ ਨੂੰ when there is no sunset, ਰਾਤ ਤੋਂ ਹੀ ਓਨਸ ਪੈਣੀ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ. So with that ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ quivering is shaking, trembling, ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਕੰਬਣਾ. Quivering means ਕੰਬਣਾ. And chill means the coldness. With the sunset ki aandi hai darkness and the coldness. So when there was sunset, the poet is mentioning she started feeling cold because there was no sun. For only gossamer, my gown, my tippet, my tool, all these are gossamer, my gown, my tippet, only tulle. These are the dress. The poet is mentioning here the dress she is wearing. Gossamer is a very thin material. My gown, so her gown is made of a very thin material. My tippet is a kind of a shawl, or you can say a stole. Shawl is quite big, but opposite to shawl, if we see stole ਦੀ जो length है and its wideness वो कम ਹੁੰਦੀ है. So tippet is the stole that the poet is wearing. Only tulle is the silk material. So her dress, her gown is made of a very thin material of silk, and with that she is only wearing a stole. So this dress, the gown, the very light material of silk she is mentioning, this is the kind of a material, this is a kind of a dress which is worn on a wedding day. So with this dress, or she is feeling cold. So this shows that she was not prepared for a death. She was not prepared to go on a journey with death. So death always come to somebody very naturally. The human beings are not prepared for the death, that okay now death will come to us, we will go to on a journey with death. तो इसलिए से सर्दी लग सकती है, ऐसे मोटे कपड़े पा लिए. So this is not the case in death. So the poet also was unprepared to go on a journey with death. And this wedding dress, in the life of human beings is the beginning of a new phase. So her dress, her use of words like gown, tippet, tulle. So this shows the wedding dress, and this is the beginning of a new life in the human being's life. So why the poet is mentioning it? Poet is again trying to tell us that death is not an end. Again and again the poet is telling us death is not an end. It is the beginning of a new life, and which will take us to the immortality. We passed before a house that seemed a swelling of a ground. A roof was scarcely visible, the cornice in the ground. Cornice is the highest point of something. जिस तरह टॉप ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ highest point, that's called the cornice. Then the poet is mentioning that we reached a place which is which we reached a place which she's mentioning as a house. Here the poet has used the word paused. In the beginning also they have used the word stop. Death came to the poet and stopped for her to take her to the journey. Now they have paused. ਹੁਣ ਉਹ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਆ ਕੇ pause ਕਰ ਗਏ, ਇੱਕ ਘਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ ਕੇ pause ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਆ. That seemed like a ground ਜਿਹੜਾ actually that is a swelling of a ground ਜਿਹੜਾ actually ਕਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ. ਬਟ ਉਹ ਕੀ ਲੱਗ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਗਰਾਊਂਡ ਹੈ, ਗਰਾਊਂਡ ਜੋ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਉਹਦੇ 'ਤੇ ਮਿੱਟੀ ਜੋ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਫਲੈਟ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ, ਉਹ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਮਿੱਟੀ ਜੋ ਹੈ ਸਵੈਲ ਕਰ ਗਈ ਹੈ, ਉੱਪਰ ਨੂੰ ਉੱਠ ਗਈ ਹੈ. ਸੋ ਹੇਅਰ ਦ ਪੋਇਟ ਇਜ਼ ਮੈਂਸ਼ਨਿੰਗ ਟੂ ਦ ਟੌਂਬ. The poet is mentioning to the burial point of herself, where she is going to be buried. Her burial place the poet is mentioning here. Be paused before a house. Here burial place is mentioned as a house. House is something, house is a place where we all live. ਜਿੱਥੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਇੱਕ ਘਰ ਹੈ, ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਸਾਰੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਬਿਤਾਉਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ. So this burial place is mentioned as a house by the poet. Why? Because from now onwards she is going to live her life here only. Again, this is not an end. Death is not an end. In this burial place, in this house, she is going to begin a new life. So here, new life will start. That's why the poet is mentioning it as a house. From now onwards, she will live her life here. And that does not, it's not जो structure है उस जगह दा, it is not like a house. वो इस तरह लग रहा है कि जो ground है वो swell कर गई है, ਉਹ ਕੀ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਹੈ, ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੂਜਨ ਆ ਗਈ ਹੈ, ਉੱਪਰ ਨੂੰ ਉੱਠ ਚੁੱਕੀ ਹੈ. ਦ ਰੂਫ ਵਾਸ ਸਕਾਰਸਲੀ ਵਿਜ਼ੀਬਲ. ਉਹ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਘਰ ਸੀ ਜਿਹਦੀ ਰੂਫ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਉਹ ਕੋਈ ਹੈ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ. ਸਕਾਰਸਲੀ ਵਿਜ਼ੀਬਲ, ਹਾਰਡਲੀ ਵਿਜ਼ੀਬਲ, ਦਿਖ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਰਹੀ. ਉਸ ਘਰ ਦੀ ਕੋਈ ਛੱਤ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ. ਦ ਕਾਰਨਸ ਇਨ ਦ ਗਰਾਊਂਡ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਹਦਾ ਹਾਈਐਸਟ ਪੁਆਇੰਟ ਸੀ ਨਾ, ਉਹ ਵੀ ਗਰਾਊਂਡ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਸੀ. ਸੋ ਦਿਸ ਇਜ਼ ਦ ਨਾਓ here we come to know that when she started the journey, the death came to her and she started the journey with the death. She passed a lot of things. She passed the school children, she passed the setting sun, she passed the gazing green. Then she has come to a place where she's from now onwards, this is her house and she's going to live her whole life there only. Since then it is centuries and yet feels shorter than a day. So since then it is centuries and it feels shorter than a day. Feels shorter than a day means feels like a yesterday, जिस तरह कल दी ही गल होवे. From here we come to know that the poet is already dead. ਐਂਡ ਉਹ ਆਪਣੀ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਯਾਦ ਆ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕਿ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਡੈਥ ਉਹਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਆਈ ਸੀ ਅਤੇ ਉਹਨੇ ਡੈਥ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਇੱਕ ਜਰਨੀ ਸਟਾਰਟ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀ ਅਤੇ ਇਹ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਘਰ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਸੀ ਰਹਿਣ ਦੇ ਲਈ. ਸੋ ਔਰ ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਇਸ ਗੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਸਦੀਆਂ ਹੋ ਗਈਆਂ, ਇਟਸ ਬੀਨ ਸੈਂਚੁਰੀਜ਼, ਸਦੀਆਂ ਹੋ ਗਈਆਂ ਇਸ ਗੱਲ ਨੂੰ, ਪਰ ਇਹ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਹਜੇ ਵੀ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਦੀ ਹੀ ਗੱਲ ਲੱਗ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ. ਸੋ ਬੱਚੇ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਮੈਮਰੀਜ਼ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਸਾਡੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਦੀਆਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਮੈਮਰੀਜ਼ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਆ, ਉਹ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਯਾਦ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਨਾ, ਉਹ ਇੰਨੀਆਂ ਕੁ ਫਰੈਸ਼ ਮੈਮਰੀਜ਼ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਕਿ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਲੱਗ ਰਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਹੁਣੀ ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ, ਇਹ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਦੀ ਹੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੋਵੇ. So here according to poet, death is something beautiful. It is a beautiful journey. Death है जो ਉਹਦੇ ਤੋਂ ਮਤਲਬ ਕਿ ਕੋਈ something, it's not a horrible thing, it's not a horror. ਔਰ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਲੱਗ ਰਿਹਾ ਕਿ death ਜਦੋਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਆਈ ਸੀ, it was very civil. ਉਹਦਾ behavior ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਹੁਤ politeness ਸੀ. ਐਂਡ ਔਰ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਉਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਯਾਦ ਕਰਕੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਟਾਈਮ, ਔਰ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਲੱਗ ਰਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਹਜੇ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਦੀ ਹੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੋਵੇ. I first surmised the horse's head were towards eternity. I first surmise means to guess. She said, I first guessed that this death The horse's head means the death, who was carrying the poet on the carriage, were toward eternity. Eternity means immortality. Eternity is a time that's never going to end. That's not going to end ever. So eternity means to live forever. So she feels that death is a beautiful journey, and ਉਹਨੇ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਹੀ ਗੈਸ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ ਸੀ ਕਿ death is not an end to me. death ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਜਰਨੀ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕਿ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਤੋਂ eternity ਦੀ ਤਰਫ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਏਗੀ. it will takes me towards the immortality. So that's all about the poem. So it is a very beautiful poem by Emily Dickinson, in which she describes death as a beautiful journey, which is and according to her, death is not an end. We should not be afraid of a death, and death is not an end. Death is something with which we can begin a new life, and that can take us towards the eternity or immortality. So if we talk about Emily Dickinson was a reclusive poet from the Massachusetts, USA. She wrote a lot of poetry during the 1800s, but wasn't published much until after her death. Death and dying were among her favorite subjects. Emily Dickinson मतलब कि ज़्यादातर death topic ते ही लिखना पसंद करते सी. उन्होंने ज़्यादातर 1800 ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲਿਖਿਆ poetry, but ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਡੈਥ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਹੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾਤਰ ਪੋਇਟਰੀ ਪਬਲਿਸ਼ ਹੋਈ. ਸੋ ਇਟ ਇਜ਼ ਅ ਵੈਰੀ ਬਿਊਟੀਫੁਲ ਪੋਇਮ by Emily Dickinson, in which she has personified the death and explained to us that death is a beautiful journey. It is not an end. It will take us to the immortality. I hope the poem is clear to you. Thank you very much.